Hey Clashers, Clan War time, and we're going to use the new event troop because there is a reason why everyone is talking about the event troop. It's just insanely strong, and I will show you how you should use it to make sure that you're getting more stars in Clan Wars or, for example, in the Clan War League, because you can use it in there. But let's just start things off first at number 2, and we're going to take a look at different army compositions. And let's just start things off with the easiest one first, 24 event troops. Obviously, for your lower town level, you can just go with a little bit less, but the idea is the same. And there's one insanely strong mechanic in there. You can rage up the ability. That's right. So first off, we can just clear all of those outside buildings with each one kicker. And then we can actually take down the second layer, like those buildings, as well with one kicker each. Because even though they have more than 4 or even 5,000 hit points, the thing here is that if we use a rage on this archer tower, which is by now then gone, and then place our kickers here, they would take down those defenses with one shot. That's right. It's going to stack. It is crazy. I told you already, it is way stronger. If you want to have my speculation, social media kind of like the last event, which means the Chinese New Year event with the iTzu dragon, right? They were not that strong and everything, but social media is not representing the game overall. And it feels like that Supercell has identified that overall the hype for the event for the last one was not as great, right? So instead they're going back to really bringing really powerful event troops, and this is more how those event troop feels. So yeah, that's just my speculation. But either way, what we're going to do overall then, we're going to clear both flanks here on both sides, and then send our heroes into the defending heroes with the lock launcher to trigger the invis towers. We're going to clear hopefully the entire core, and then we can use the royal champion on the back end for those few buildings. This is the idea. Let's dive in and let's see if we can claim our first 3-star. Well, we are in, and I'm kind of looking forward to really showcasing you the power of this event troop, because it's pretty insane. It's pretty crazy. Let's first off pick the correct siege and everything. We're using the ground warden, obviously. Equipment-wise, nothing too fancy, kind of classic over here. I'm using the rage aura though, because healing doesn't really give us so much on the hero dive, so that's kind of, I think, my reasoning there. But now let's start things off with sniping some outside buildings, like this, like this. Get that out there. Another kicker. Looking good so far. Another kicker here, another kicker there, and then we can already go with the rages. Just like that. Now, rage really far on the outside because the range of those things is just absurd. It's crazy. Another rage over here. Kicker there. Now kicker here and kicker there. We can use another kicker here now. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Again, remember, deploy the rages really far on the outside because the rage, like the range of those things is just crazy. It's really crazy. Now, oh no, we misdropped that one kinda. But hey, it's still fine. We still got another one just like this. I think we already cleared out all of those corner buildings kinda. Which means we can just go inside, right? Like we can just get this started. Let's use the Ice Golem, King, Queen, Warden, Wizard here. I will just use the Skeleton spell already, or like one of mine. And then we are going to use the lock launcher to dive in there. So far means really good. Nothing crazy is happening right now. King should... Oh wait, King is maybe going to around the outside, which might not even be that bad, to be honest. I think it might be pretty good. We can already snipe some back-end cannons, I guess. We can still one-shot those, which is kind of decent value, I guess. Otherwise, Queen, everything is going to the inside. So far, so good. Yeah, I think I'm going to snipe the Wizard Tower as well. Like, no reason to save anything there. The core has been triggered. That works nicely. We can use the freeze here. And by now we already, I think, can see, like, this is going to be a nice 3-star. I don't really see a possibility on how we can fail. I know, last famous words, but I think still that should be pretty much how it's going. So, Skeleton Spell to distract everything. Warden ability just to save everything in a second, just like that. Nice. Now we can use that Royal Champion there as well. I just use the King ability, I guess, because what else should the King do? And we have so many hero abilities by now, like it's kind of crazy. So let's just freeze this. Skeleton spell, let's just use it, whatever. And yep, those event troops are pretty strong, not gonna lie. I mean, you can tell we just used the last couple of hero abilities, use the invis spell because we can, and this means our first 3-star is claimed. but can we move forward with more 3 stars? That's the question. And I will show you, as I said, different strategies with this army composition. We're not going to use only mass event troops. We're going to use different army compositions so you can take away the army compositions you like the most. Well, let's move on and use the event troop as a supportive tool, because that's another really good thing which it can be. Which means we're going to go with the Electro Dragons, but instead we're going to snipe the corner air defenses so we can funnel better with like baby dragons on both flanks. And we're going to take down the back-end expo. That's another thing which is super important with this troop. It can support the flame flinger like no other troop before. It is crazy. So we take down the expo, then can place our flame flinger, and all of this is going to go down to this flame flinger, which is insane value. It is crazy. Well, after that, we can just send our Electro Dragons into the Town Hall, hopefully take down something like this, like the core, and after that, there's not much left of this base, and we can just use our heroes to finish things off. Let's take a look, though, if everything is going to work as intended, and if we can get a nice and easy 3-star. And we are in, and I think first things first, we have to correct and use the right siege machine and the correct, well, warden setting, because we do not want to have a ground warden following our troops around. Otherwise, equipment is pretty classic, I would say. King classic, queen classic. Yes, queen, you can use the healers, the healer equipment, but I'm just such a fan of the frozen arrow. Is it stronger? I don't even know. Like, both is for sure usable, and warden classic as well. But let's start things off with the kickers. So quickest first, getting that expo out. Expo's gone, so we can place the flame flinger. Now the corners, so we can get those out. So then we can place the baby dragons. That would be nice. And this already looks really solid. No break surprises so far. No troll tester whatsoever. And that is really solid. So this means now just like that. Perfect. So we're getting the baby dragons in. And then we can hopefully use the Electro Dragons to chain and get that invis activated. That would be kind of nice and appreciated. But actually, that's not really that's not really happening. Let's just put everything in there then. I think it should be still fine. I think the prep work we have done should be still alright. Get everything done there. So now, everything just like that. Not looking too bad. A lot of chaos going on, but we just deployed those rages to get those chains in there. The warden ability, perfect. Now we have the... Oh god, that core. Wait, the town hall went down. Oh my lord, the town hall went down even in that invis spell tower, which is amazing for us, because this means... Wait, this means that either just skip the town hall poison, and this is now looking really solid. I mean, that is just looking insane. And where do we use our heroes now? That's the question. I feel like... Wait a second. You know me, I typically don't swag, but if I have the opportunity to swag 3 heroes, I will use it, okay? And if it's just for the thumbnail, for the title. But I will try to make that work. I think... No. Like, literally, there's nothing the troops can, like, go down now by. And that's it. Nice and easy way to use the Electro Dragons with the new event kicker. I mean, that is just insane. Obviously, the base was really fitting. I mean, we don't have to, like, make any jokes about that. But getting those and sniping some defenses, the event troop as a supportive tool is just insane. But what now happens if we do something in between? Kind of in between of a full army of event troops and kind of something in between of where it's just supportive. Well, we use it kind of as a follow-up when you want to call it like that. I think that should be our next army. And as I said, we're trying different stuff so you know what to use for Clan Wars and Clan War League. And make sure that you get as many 3-stars as possible. Let's dive into the next attack. But my personal favorite has to be still with the Fireball Warden Walk. That is right. We're just going to replace the rocket balloons with... That's right, the event troop. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a fireball for this compartment. After that, the warden can go either way, like we don't really care. And, well, next thing, we're going to snap the 2 mortars to take then, well, the flame flinger again. As I said, the synergy between those event troops and the flame flinger is just insane. So we can take down the entire top side over here, like take down every single building over there. That would be insane. Then we're going to queen charge from the bottom side, and we're sending the king in for this invis tower compartment. But we're going to trigger the invis towers with, well, just another event kicker, right? That's how we're doing it. Let's see if everything is going to it's going to work according to plan, or if we have some unexpected things happen. Let's dive in. Okay, we are ready. What can we do on this one now? I think we're starting things off with the top side and with taking down the mortar so we can deploy the flame flinger. I think that's what we should do first. Right side should be kind of easy. Just deploy the kicker, and then the left side. Okay, the left side is not working as intended, but that should be okay. We can just deploy one loon here. I think that one will help to take down the rest, right? Maybe, hopefully. Let's see if we can make that work. But so far, mortar should be taken down. Perfect. So we can actually start with the warden. We have to be really careful. If there's a Tesla popping up, then we might have a problem. But so far, it doesn't look like it. So we can just deploy everything like this. Looking good already. We can deploy some archers. And things so far look pretty promising. We can see if there's any traps. There's no Tesla popping up, which is really good for us. And we can already prep the far left side for actually then sending in my king in there. Otherwise, I won't risk it. I won't risk it. I would just turn the warden invisible. I think he could have gotten that without me using the invis spell, but I won't risk it, okay? There's no reason right now to take any of those risks, because most likely I don't really even have to use the spells on the back end, so that should be alright. Let's see. There's now the archer queen. Let's turn that warden invisible again, so he's staying safe. Otherwise, we can now send the kicker in to trigger the invis tower. Oh wait, there was a Tesla popping up. Okay, he redirected, so we have to send another one as well. Pay attention to that warden. And then we're good to go with my king into that compartment in just a second. Warden so far doing fine. We can send the queen in from the bottom side, to be honest. And then send in the king now for the compartment. That entire thing should be cleared out without any problems, hopefully. Let's just use the king ability in a second, just like that. So far, so good. We can use the skeleton spell to distract then the monolith. I think that should be a really nice thing. Let's use that right here. Are we fine? I think we're fine. Let's just use then the kicker to take down the Tesla. Queen. Oh, I have forgotten to use... I'm saying it. Let's use the skeleton spell for the monolith, and I'm not deploying it. That is next level. Oh, I'm not paying attention to the warden. But that's just next level. At this point, again, we can just... It's just not really important that the warden there is going down, because we have so many things still left. I mean, take a look at that. We have our entire army. It feels like, which is kind of crazy, but let's just use everything else. So we are getting that nice 3-star. Let's just deploy some wall bricks, I guess. What else I should use, right? So let's just get some kickers in. Get some penalty kicks in there. I mean, you guys already by now know I have no clue about football, so I cannot even pretend anymore. But hey, I like the troop, okay? It's really, really crazy strong. And this is how we get another 3-star. And if you're not wondering, iTzu, you have now shown a couple of different strategies. Is it possible to use with Root Riders as well? Yep, no problem. Like Dave right now is playing a lot of tournaments, like for example the tournament stage as well, which is in game, like for the World Championship. And obviously for those players, it's all about time. Obviously 3-stars as well. So he's I mean, he's really good with the strategy by now. And he's using 2 kickers in his army composition. The only use case for them is pretty much to funnel and make sure that the Root Riders are actually going into the core as intended. You have then the siege barracks on one flank, and you have the queen on the other flank, pushing the Root Riders even further into the middle. And that's all what is getting used in this army composition, mainly with the new event troop. Like nothing too fancy, nothing too crazy. Equipment wise, we have no big changes, to be honest. Like King, classic, Queen is using the healer equipment a lot of times, because pros like to split their Queen like this, which then synergizes really well with the healing recovery of the equipment itself, and the healers as well, getting this queen or keeping that queen alive. So this equipment, this combination is really, really solid. If you want to go a bit more risky, you can go with the frozen arrow and the healer equipment as well. Both works. Then warden, I mean, no big surprise. Eternal Showman healing book is just insane. And then the royal champion right now still with the book, still with the hogs and with the haste vial. But otherwise, this base just completely wrecked. I mean, that's just insane. And as I said, the overgrowth spell is making that town hall being the last building, but it's going down. As long as you're being able to control your troops, there is no risk really involved, to be honest. And this is how you use it with the event troop with the overgrowth and the Root Rider army, if you are looking for that as well. Like, you don't have to go crazy on the numbers there. It's just to snipe out the outside core defenses to make sure that the pathing for the troops is even better. Otherwise, that's pretty much it for the video. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that, well, I'm actually looking forward to see what you think, if it's good or bad, that you can use those event troops in Clan War League and such things. I know already, I think the social media bubble is going to be kind of like not that happy about it, while most of the other players in the game are going to be really happy that we have now a really strong event troop again. But I guess that's how it is, right? Like, there's always going to be different opinions. But either way, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys back tomorrow with the next video. Until then, see ya and bye-bye.